Hey, this is Russ. Here's a question for you. Does having a lot of equipment make you an expert? Sometimes people who see others with lots of equipment think that that person's an expert. Not always. I will tell you, not always. Okay, here's another thing. Okay, let me relay this to you in terms of photography. It's not about the equipment. It's all about the photographer. You ever hear about that? You know, that a good photographer can make a good photo no matter what kind of camera he's using. There is some truth to that, but not always. Let me give you an example, all right? Because I taught photography, students will always bring certain things up to me. And one of the things I remember was brought up was, hey, Russ, is it true that, you can make a decent photo with any camera? My answer always was, no. No. Okay, maybe my composition skills will be better than the average person. And using any camera, I can probably get a decent composition, but can I get a clean, crisp, perfectly color balanced, perfectly exposed image with any camera? And the answer is no. No, I can't. You gave me an early digital camera, let's say a 2 megapixel camera that had come out when digital first came out, and say, here, I want you to make a great looking photo out of this thing. I want it to be no noise on it. I want it to have perfect colors. The sharpness has got to be perfect. The answer would be no, I can't do it. I would rely on the camera to be able to give me certain resolution, right? Okay, I mean, we're talking cameras now that are over 50 megapixels, right? You're talking a 2 megapixel camera back then. So is your resolution going to be looking good? No. The colors weren't as good as they are today. Okay. If you gave me a cheap point and shoot camera and says, how come your colors look way off? That would be the reason why. Maybe I didn't have the ability to do a color correction by doing a color balancing or white balance in that camera. So there are times when the equipment does make a difference. But going back to our main topic, the guy with a lot of equipment, he must be an expert, right? No, it just means he's got a lot of money. Sometimes you do have a lot of equipment. Like, for instance, people ask me, Russ, do you have a lot of camera gear? Yeah, I do. Russ, how many cameras have you gone through? I don't know the true answer to that. I think it's over 60 digital cameras and countless numbers of film cameras as well. How many guitars have I gone through? Because I'm known for my guitars too, because I do play a lot. I think at last count, I've gone through at least 40 or 45 guitars. Do I own them all? No. I bought them, I used them, didn't like it, sold it off, bought another guitar. But it's gone through my hands. Okay. Same thing with cameras. Okay. I bought them, I used them. A new camera came out, I sold the camera, bought back another camera. I've bought back cameras before that I used, and I bought a newer camera and says, yeah, I don't like that. I'm going back to the old one. Bought another one of that model again. So if you add up all those cameras, yeah, I've gone through. I wouldn't doubt close to 60 digital cameras already. That's a lot. How many digital cameras do I still own? Let me see. I still have a Nikon D850. I still have a Canon 70D. And I'm shooting right now with the Canon G7X Mark II, which is what makes my videos for me. That's about it as far as cameras I'm still using. But what about other cameras you still own? Well, I do have quite a few film cameras. I do have some medium format cameras. I still have 35 millimeter cameras. I have some vintage cameras as well as part of a collection. So I don't count those anymore because I don't really use them. So really, of the cameras that I still use, it's basically 3. Now, when I was shooting photography full time, we always had at least 3 camera bodies when going on a job. So I would say, yeah, I'm down in the quantity of cameras. Do I have a lot of lenses? Yeah, I have a lot of lenses and things like that. So that must make you an expert, right? I don't think so. I don't think just because you have a lot of equipment makes you an expert in anything. I mean, if you have a lot of money, you can buy all that stuff. In fact, you can probably buy better stuff than I have, all right? Somebody asked me, Russ, the new Nikon D6 came out. Are you planning on buying one? No. Why would I? I don't need it. So if there's a reason to buy something, yeah, I would probably be the first guy to have it. And I had, you know, the top of the line cameras. I had a D3, I had a D4, I had a D4S, I went back to another D4, but I didn't buy a D5, and I'm not buying a D6, right? People have asked, Russ, are you planning on buying a new mirrorless camera? No. Why do I need it? I'm not teaching anymore. I'm not shooting professionally anymore, okay? Not that I can't, I just prefer not to right now. I've been doing it for so long, I need a break, so I kind of am enjoying the fact that I'm away from that a little bit. Okay, never say never. Maybe one day I'll go back and start shooting things professionally. Okay, at that point, maybe, yeah, then maybe I will buy some new equipment. But right now, no. D850 is everything I need, and quite frankly, I haven't even shot anything with that in a long time. In fact, many of the things that I shoot right now comes off of this Canon G7X that I'm using to make this video. My iPhone takes photos, and no, it's not the top iPhone either. It's an iPhone 6S Plus, okay? So in that sense, you know, having the most equipment, does that make you an expert? Nah, I don't think so. Anyone can have the top equipment. If you don't know what you're doing, you're still gonna look bad, all right? So yeah, that's my answer to it. Having the most equipment does not make you the biggest expert in anything, but sometimes having better equipment does help. Hey, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, hit the bell icon, hit it all, and I will talk to you guys next time.